Bonnie and Clyde, A Dance with Death. In the dusty haze of 1930s Texas, where the Great Depression choked dreams and desperation hung thick as cigarette smoke, two restless souls collided. Bonnie Elizabeth Parker, a petite 19-year-old with a poet's heart and a waitress's weary feet, scribbled verses of rebellion in her notebook. Clyde Chestnut Barrow, a weary 21-year-old with sharp eyes and a chip on his shoulder, was already flirting with a life of petty crime. Their meeting in January 1930 at a mutual friend's home in West Dallas wasn't just chance. It was a fuse meeting a match. Bonnie, bored by her mundane life and broken marriage, saw in Clyde a wild promise of freedom. Clyde, smitten by her fiery wit, found a partner who'd never flinch. Together, they'd write a story in blood and gasoline, a tale so raw it'd burn into an American legend. Bonnie and Clyde didn't start as killers. Their early days were scrappy, robbing gas stations, grocery stores, and small-town banks for pocket change. Clyde, hardened by a brutal stint in Eastham prison farm where he chopped off 2 toes to escape the labor. Bonnie, with her quick mind and charm, played lookout and getaway driver. Bonnie's love for poetry wasn't just a quirk. She wrote verses about their doomed path, like the story of Bonnie and Clyde, pinned in 1932 predicting their end. They were sloppy at first, often fleeing with just a few dollars, but their audacity grew. By 1931, they'd recruited Clyde's brother Buck and his wife Blanche, forming the Barrow Gang, a ragtag crew bound by loyalty and reckless ambition. The gang's crimes escalated, and so did the body count. They hit banks across Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, their stolen Fords outrunning sluggish police cars, a secret kept from most. Clyde was meticulous, studying maps and timing escape routes like a general. But he hated killing unless cornered. Yet cornered they were repeatedly. In Joplin, Missouri in 1933, April, a botched hideout raid left 2 cops dead and yielded a stash of photos, including Bonnie's iconic cigar-chomping pose, which the press ate up. The public was hooked, painting them as star-crossed outlaws or cold-blooded fiends. Bonnie, often glamorized as a trigger-ready partner, was more brains than brawn, rarely firing a shot, but masterminding distractions, like flirting with locals to throw off suspicion. The law closed in. Sheriff Frank Hammer, a steely Texas Ranger, tracked them relentlessly, studying their patterns. The gang's hideouts, abandoned barns, wooden camps became battlegrounds. In Plate City, Missouri, a 1933 shootout left Buck Barrow dead and Blanche captured. Bonnie and Clyde, wounded but defiant, kept running. Bonnie's limp from a car crash that burned her leg with battery acid made her reliant on Clyde to carry her during escapes, deepening their bond. By 1934, their robberies were desperate, their health fraying. They kidnapped a mortician once, letting him go with a handshake and a stolen car, proof of their odd, fleeting kindness. On a quiet Louisiana road near Gippsland, the end came fast. Hammer's posse, hidden in the brush, unleashed a hail of bullets, over 130 rounds, into Bonnie and Clyde's Ford V8. They never had a chance to draw. The car held Bonnie's poems, a half-eaten sandwich, and a locket with their initials, a final testament to their inseparability. The ambush wasn't just justice. It was a spectacle, with souvenir hunters stripping the car of bloody relics. Bonnie was 23, Clyde 25. Their legend, though, was just beginning. Bonnie and Clyde weren't heroes or monsters, just two kids who loved too fiercely and lived too fast. Their story, born in the desperation of the Depression, became a mirror for a nation craving rebellion and romance. They weren't master criminals. They were reckless, flawed, and fiercely loyal, stealing moments of freedom in a world that offered none. Their bullet-riddled Ford sits in a Nevada casino now, a relic of their defiance. But their real legacy, the poems Bonnie left behind, the maps Clyde memorized, and the love that made them unstoppable until it didn't. In the end, they didn't just rob banks, they stole America's imagination, and it's never let them go. Thank you for your time, the most precious thing we have. Again, thank you.